What if the key to your financial freedom lies not in the latest financial trends, but in the forgotten wisdom of the past? In today's fast-paced, high-tech world, saving money can seem like a complex task. But what if the most effective strategies are those that have already stood the test of time? In this video, we're diving into the past to unearth timeless money-saving secrets that can revolutionize the way you think about your finances. Imagine a time when every penny saved was a step towards security, a world vastly different from today's instant gratification culture. This journey into the past reveals not just how people saved, but why. In the corridors of history, saving money was more than a habit. It was an emotional journey. During the Great Depression, saving a dime meant a loaf of bread for the family, a vivid illustration of how fear, security, pride, and even shame sculpted financial habits. Contrast this with today's consumerist society, where abundance often overshadows the need for frugality. Centuries ago, the concept of saving for a rainy day was taken literally. Farmers would save grain, not for the next meal, but for the next season. This art of delayed gratification, a stark contrast to today's instant digital transactions, teaches us the power of patience and long-term planning in managing our finances. One of the most intriguing aspects of historical saving practices is the stark difference in mindsets. The scarcity versus abundance mindset. In times of scarcity, every coin was a lifeline. Saving was driven by the fear of not having enough, leading to habits of extreme frugality and caution. Fast forward to the present, the abundance mindset, fueled by easy credit and consumerism, often leads to a more relaxed attitude towards savings. This shift has profound implications on our financial behaviors and attitudes towards wealth. Yet, understanding this shift is key to unlocking a balanced approach to saving in the modern era. As we navigate through these historical perspectives, it becomes clear that the emotional and psychological aspects of saving are as important as the financial strategies themselves. But what specific strategies did old money legacies use, and how can we adapt them today? Let's dive into the practical tricks from the past. In the world of old money, where every dollar tells a story of tradition and legacy, a fundamental strategy stands out for its simplicity and effectiveness: zero-sum budgeting. This concept, deeply rooted in the practices of historical wealth management, is about making every dollar work purposefully. Zero-sum budgeting involves assigning every earned dollar a specific role, whether it's for spending, saving, investing, or paying off debts. The goal is to ensure that your income minus your expenses equals zero by the end of the month, not in the sense of spending everything you earn, but in ensuring there's no wasted financial potential. Historically, this method was a necessity. In times when income was less predictable and banking not as accessible as today, families of old wealth had to be meticulous in planning their expenditures. They would allocate funds for essential needs, future investments, and even for philanthropy, leaving nothing to chance. An excellent example of this is the Rockefeller family. Known for their immense wealth, they were equally famous for their detailed record-keeping and budgeting practices. Every expenditure, no matter how small, was recorded and allocated, ensuring that every penny was used in a way that contributed to the family's long-term financial goals. But how do we adapt this in today's world? The principle remains the same, but the tools have evolved. With modern budgeting apps and digital banking, we can easily track our income and expenses. Allocating funds at the start of the month to specific categories, much like the old money families did with ledger books, ensures that every dollar is contributing to our overall financial plan. The essence of zero-sum budgeting is not just about managing money, it's about adopting a mindset of purposeful spending and saving. It teaches us that, like the old money families, we should view each dollar as a building block for our future, not just as a means for immediate gratification. Old money families often led lifestyles that contradicted their vast wealth. Instead of lavish spending, they emphasized the value of money and practiced restraint in their daily expenses. This wasn't about being miserly, but about respecting the value of resources and ensuring long-term financial stability. Take the example of the Vanderbilt family. Despite their immense wealth during the Gilded Age, their daily life was marked by a surprising level of simplicity and moderation. This approach was not just about saving money, it was about instilling values that would ensure the longevity of their wealth across generations. In our modern era, frugality might seem out of place in a consumer-driven culture. However, adopting a frugal mindset is more relevant than ever. It's about making conscious choices, distinguishing between needs and wants, and finding satisfaction in simplicity. It's a lesson in prioritizing and understanding the true worth of things. The elite families of the past viewed education as an investment in human capital. It wasn't merely about academic learning. It included a broad understanding of culture, arts, finance, and global affairs. This holistic approach to education equipped them to make better decisions, spot opportunities, and navigate the complexities of wealth management. A prime example of this philosophy can be seen in the Medici family of the Renaissance era. Their patronage of the arts and education not only enriched their cultural legacy, but also bolstered their influence and financial power. Similarly, modern dynasties like the Rothschilds have long emphasized a robust education as a cornerstone of their continued success. But how does this translate to us today? Prioritizing education and self-improvement is about broadening our perspectives and enhancing our skills. In an ever-changing world, continuous learning is a key to staying relevant and making informed financial decisions. This could mean taking courses, attending workshops, or simply staying curious and informed about the world around us. The old money approach to education and self-improvement teaches us that investing in ourselves is one of the most effective ways to secure and grow our wealth. It's a reminder that our most valuable asset is not just our bank account, but our knowledge and skills. As we've seen, old money families have always valued education and self-improvement as key to their enduring success. For those of you seeking to embrace this philosophy in today's world, consider subscribing to our Gentleman's Gazette newsletter. It's a comprehensive guide covering essential topics every modern gentleman should know. Ever find yourself unsure at social events, or high-stakes meetings, or what makes a vintage car iconic? The Gentleman's Gazette covers these topics and more, offering practical insights and answers to your most pressing etiquette questions. Find the link in the description and join a community that values knowledge, manners, and timeless elegance. For old money families, saving was never a haphazard activity. It was a deliberate, strategic process with clearly defined objectives. Whether it was for acquiring land, investing in business ventures, or philanthropy, each goal had a designated fund that was meticulously nurtured over time. An illustrative example of this principle can be seen in the Astor family, known for their real estate empire. They systematically allocated funds for property investments, which allowed them to expand their wealth significantly over generations. This was not just saving, it was strategic asset building. This approach to saving teaches us the importance of having clear financial goals and the discipline to save towards them consistently. It's not about how much we save, but how purposefully we do it. Each saving goal acts like a beacon, guiding our financial decisions and helping us stay focused on our long-term objectives. While we may not have the same financial resources as old money families, the principle of systematic saving remains just as relevant. It's about taking a structured approach to our savings, whether it's for a down payment on a house, starting a business, or building a retirement fund. The key is consistency and having a clear vision of what we're saving for. For generations, old money families have understood the power of assets, properties, businesses, art, and investments that appreciate over time and contribute to wealth accumulation. Contrary to spending on liabilities, which depreciate and drain resources, investing in assets has been a strategic choice for long-term financial growth and stability. Historically, these families invested in land, real estate, and enterprises that not only increased in value, but also brought in passive income. A classic example is the Astor family, who became synonymous with real estate investment in New York City. Their strategic acquisitions and management of property laid the groundwork for a real estate empire that spanned generations. In our modern context, this principle remains as pertinent as ever. While the types of assets might have evolved, including stocks, bonds, and digital assets, the underlying strategy of focusing on assets that grow in value over time is timeless. It's about making informed decisions that contribute to wealth, not just in the present, but for the future. As we adapt these lessons to our modern lives, we unlock the potential to not just grow our wealth, but to secure it for future generations. If this journey through the world of old money has piqued your interest, I invite you to dive deeper with our latest video, where we explore the lasting principles of wealth that have sustained families for centuries, and how these timeless strategies contrast with today's economy.